What's up, guys? I don't want to brag or boast, but it's me, your favorite TPS host, and today we present every NBA team's record for the 2017 and 18 season. As always, we need you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. So following arguably the biggest and most shocking offseason in NBA history, the 2017 and 18 campaign should be a memorable one. So many good teams, but there's only room for one champion. The Atlanta Hawks, 40-42. The Hawks have lost many of their key players this offseason, starting with Paul Millsap. A rebuild is on the horizon, but there's barely enough talent here to fight for a playoff spot. We'll see if that postseason streak hits 11 years. The Boston Celtics, 53-29. Many think the Kyrie Irving trade puts Boston over the top as the team to beat in the East, but not quite. They lost a little too much roster depth and will struggle to improve their win total from last season. 53 wins and the second seed in the East. The Brooklyn Nets, 20-62. It's the Brooklyn Nets. Come on. Because they gave away all their draft picks, the Nets continue to plunge to the bottom of the standings. Nothing changes this year, even with the addition of D'Angelo Russell. The Charlotte Hornets, 43-39. Consider 2017 a down year. The Hornets are absolutely better than the 36 wins they posted. With Kemba Walker and newcomer Dwight Howard, the Hornets are primed for a bounce-back year and a trip to the playoffs. The Chicago Bulls, 18-64. The Bulls are fully prepared to be arguably the worst team as they begin a rebuilding project. The Cleveland Cavaliers, 57-25. The Cavs made a plethora of big moves in the offseason to address their roster depth. It's business as usual for LeBron James, but newcomers Jay Crowder and Dwayne Wade will also play huge roles in helping Cleveland reclaim the top seed in the East. The Dallas Mavericks, 30-52. Dirk's career winds down as the Mavericks are in rebuilding mode. The ultra-competitive Western Conference also makes things more brutal for Mark Cuban's squad. The Denver Nuggets, 42-40. They missed the playoffs by a hair in 2017, no problem. The addition of Paul Millsap will do wonders for the Nuggets, who have great scoring depth. They'll post a winning record and should take one of the final playoff spots in the West. The Detroit Pistons, 31-51. Andre Drummond will keep the Pistons in the playoff race, but with a trade inevitable, look for Detroit to plunge to the bottom of the standings once again. The Golden State Warriors, 72-10. Should the Dubs' core four stay healthy, 70+ wins is going to be easy as pie. Steph Curry and Kevin Durant, just that good. The Houston Rockets, 60-22. James Harden was good enough to single-handedly lead the Rockets to 55 wins in 2017. The sky is now the limit with world-class point guard Chris Paul accompanying him. Houston owns two of the league's top 10 players. The Rockets hit the 60-win mark. The Indiana Pacers, 35-47. Losing franchise superstar Paul George in a trade, then seeing Jeff Teague leave in free agency, the Pacers won't be horrible, but another lengthy period of mediocrity begins in 2018. The Los Angeles Clippers, 45-37. Blake Griffin is good enough to take the Clippers to the playoffs again, but without Chris Paul, the Clippers are not a championship contender nor a top 5 team in the West. A noticeable drop-off takes place here. The Los Angeles Lakers, 28-54. Despite what LeVar Ball says, his son will not take the Lakers to the playoffs in his first year. We love the way LA is rebuilding though, but this team isn't going to be competitive anytime soon. They're just waiting for Paul George and LeBron James next year. The Memphis Grizzlies, 39-43. The Western Conference got a lot better while the Grizzlies lost veterans Zach Randolph and Vince Carter in free agency. They'll barely hang around in the playoff race as this will be a declining year for the Grizzlies. The Miami Heat, 46-36. The Heat will be back in 2018 with star rebounder Hassan Whiteside being complemented by talents like Dion Waiters. Everything's in place for a return to the playoffs, especially when you consider how much weaker the East got. The Milwaukee Bucks, 47-35. Thanks to the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Bucks will continue to be among the few relevant teams in the East. Chris Middleton should continue to get better as well. With only a handful of quality teams in their conference, the Bucks push for 50 wins and lock down a top 5 spot in the East. The Minnesota Timberwolves, 50-32. There's everything to love about this team. It all began with the dynamic young duo of Karl Anthony Towns and Canadian sensation Andrew Wiggins. Then the T-Wolves traded for superstar Jimmy Butler. They also have Jeff Teague to lead the backcourt. Yeah, the T-Wolves will be restored to relevancy as they hit the 50-win mark and punch a playoff ticket. The New Orleans Pelicans, 43-39. A full year of Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins should bode well for the Pelicans. But with their conference being tougher than ever before, they won't quite win as many games as you may think. 43 wins, it's pretty good in our books. The New York Knicks, 21-61. Things are gonna be bad. Carmelo Anthony was finally traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and Derrick Rose left to join the Cavaliers. Wait, this is now getting bad? The Knicks rebuild has been a painful one, and it's far from finished. At least they'll contend in the draft lottery. The Oklahoma City Thunder, 61-21. This is going to be a lot of fun. Russell Westbrook will try to defend his NBA MVP, this time with Paul George and Carmelo Anthony by his side. Get ready for some thunder. Thunder! The Orlando Magic, 29-53. Not much to love about the Magic here. They'll probably win more games than they deserve to. The Philadelphia 76ers, 35-47. Just a little too soon, but the arrival of Ben Simmons and the 2017 first overall pick Markelle Fultz are reasons for optimism. But the 76ers are way too young to think the process is done. The Phoenix Suns, 27-55. Unless 2017 first rounder Josh Jackson is ready to make an impact immediately, it's not going to be a fun year for the Suns. Devin Booker should continue to take strides, but this team is still a while away from contending for the playoffs. The Portland Trailblazers, 37-45. That's enough of nabbing the 8th seed now. The Trailblazers haven't given Damian Lillard much of a supporting cast. We've seen a handful of Western teams get way better. The Blazers weren't one of them. The Sacramento Kings, 28-54. The Kings added a handful of veterans to make their roster a bit better. George Hill will fix an anemic offense, as will veteran newcomer Zach Randolph. Nonetheless, the Kings finished poorly once again. The San Antonio Spurs, 55-27. 55 wins is a step back for the Spurs. It's still pretty good overall. The Toronto Raptors, 51-31. The Raptors front office extended franchise point guard Kyle Lowry and big man Serge Ibaka. They'll continue to be one of the top 4 teams in the Eastern Conference. Obviously, they won't get through LeBron's Cavs, but 50 wins is nothing to laugh at. The Utah Jazz, 36-46. Goodbye, superstar Gordon Hayward. Goodbye, George Hill. Goodbye to the playoffs, Utah Jazz. There's just no replacing your 2 best players that guided you to 51 wins in 2017. The Washington Wizards, 49-33. The Wizards will continue to live and die by the tandem of John Wall and Bradley Beal. Like 2017, they'll be one of the few great teams in the East. They're simply playing for the role of who gets to lose to the Cavs in round 3. But hey, there's nothing wrong with that. What record do you think your NBA team will have in 2017 and 18? Join us in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.